and drinking his water.
Wait, who are you referring to?
Same.
Referring to, well, we hold on, pause. We know CJ does not drink water or water.
What do you guys mean, bro? That's why my skin is so good. Everyone asks what's my skincare. I say, yo, soap and water. That's it. What's my skincare routine? Soap and water. That's it.
I don't want to get canceled, so I'll tell you why your skin is good when we're off air.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
I was gonna say I hope it's not just soap and water, bro, because of your skin. You know what I mean? Like, uh, that's all I'm
What's
gonna say.
yours, bro? Let's share. What's your
Huh?
skincare routine?
Jeez, wait, what are we like bats and bodies now? Like, this is a footy podcast, but I'll say this: you gotta have the lotion, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's the most important part. Shit,
That's obvious.
or the
Yeah.
or the moisturizer, is it?
What lotion do you use? Tell us.
Bro, what lotion do I use? Whoa, 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 whoa. Saint Eve's. But I
Oh,
do
okay.
I have a daily moisturizer though that I put on before I put on my lotion, which is nice. It
hey,
actually keeps the skin very nice and youthful looking, right? Moisturized and glowy. Yeah.
No cocoa butter?
Honestly, I've never been one for cocoa butter, bro. Not gonna lie.
Wow, damn.
Yeah, yeah. People will almost say that it's that's what you need to use to show that you're black. But
Bro, I was literally about to revoke your black card, fam. What the hell?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm telling you right now, bro. Mehrdad probably has more cocoa butter than I do, bro. Because yeah, I don't use that. Yeah, yeah,
I actually do use cocoa butter.
yeah. See what I mean?
It's
Mm,
hilarious. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a must, bro. I feel like.
yeah, yeah. No, but no. What you use cocoa butter for as your lotion?
Yeah, one of many still.
Yeah,
Uh,
body lotion, yeah.
okay, okay. Nice,
I
nice.
use the Clinique Men, the face cream and face wash.
Ah,
Yeah,
does it have exfoliating properties like the with the
yeah,
scrubs as well? Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah, the beads. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
like the ones with the beads because it's bad for the environment, but the one that I use, like, it like foams.
Oh,
And then I have a special one for my beard. And then I put beard oil and then have a anti-aging cream too.
oh, nice, nice, nice. The anti-aging, was that like supposed to keep your skin nice and tight? Pause.
Precisely that. Precisely that.
Okay, okay, okay.
Precisely that.
Niggas can never have serious conversations, bro. Holy.
People without melanin, they crack.
Right. Ah, okay, okay. I got you, got you. All right, well, whatever you got to do to, not turn out like Arnie Slap, bro. Like you're number one.
Oh, hell no, bro. Hell no. If I get to
Uh,
that point where I'm gonna go bald, I'm booking a trip to Turkey and getting a hair transplant.
mm.
Hell no.
Really?
100%. Hell no.
You just gotta hug it, fam. It's part of life.
Geez, wait, you would hug it, CJ?
I think so, man.
Really?
I think so. You just gotta embrace it, bro. We're getting older. It's a part of life.
This is it. I
Uh,
mean, I do agree with. For one, it's easy when you got a beard. I think
Hmm.
for those of us who are lucky enough to have beards, it is very easy to say that, right? Because from what I heard, women usually tend to, oh no, it's a nice look,
Mm.
beard and a bald head, right? But if you don't got the beard, oof, yeah, man.
that's why
Uh,
Slot's always so angry.
yeah, for real, shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, let's get into the footy pod, I guess, because we're not men's body care and lotion and whatnot. Um, always. Actually, I don't even want to do this intro because we're gonna given some sad news. Like, I'm gonna kind of start it off a little bit, not on a heavy note, but um, we right before the pod, we came across the news that Billy Vigar sadly passed away at age 21. Like young buck, like super, super young kid. He played for the Arsenal Academy. He suffered a traumatic brain injury and he was in an induced coma, but he didn't come out. So I know Arsenal have made a statement and um, just really sad. 21 years, man. Like, um, so yeah, it's we'll see if Arsenal and Newcastle do anything on the game Sunday. Um, but yeah, too young, way too young. And it may put into question some of these non-league stadiums because apparently I didn't see it, but from the reports he ran into a concrete wall. And the only thing that I can imagine is that there was no barrier before. Like it was just, typically how in pitches there's a grass that you can slide down before you get to the advertising wall. So to me, it's going to put into question. There's going to be a lot of safety things that are going to be, um, put into place. So, but yeah, just wanted to highlight that before we get into the pod. Thoughts and prayers with the Vigar family. Um, Carabao Cup. We took care of business against Port Vale. 2-0 as they scored in the first half. Little nice back heel by Lewis Skelly. A lot of people are saying it wasn't a back heel. He missed it. Some people are saying that he did mean to do it. As they went up to him after he scored, saying a nice back heel. So
Yeah, sorry to cut you up, but to anyone that's like even speaking on that, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, find something else better to talk about.
there's haters everywhere, bro.
Yeah, like that to me, it's like, yo, you were looking for something to like hate on at that point, right? No, yeah, I just want to say that. Sorry.
No, I appreciate it, man. Because yeah, the hate is real. Like even Jamie Redknapp after the game, he was saying that Arteta should have got booked for coming out of his technical box. I don't know if you guys watched the game, but the technical box was so small, like that's not a Premier League size technical area. But why is the talking point something so idiotic? Like you're just looking to hate.
Mm,
There's nothing positive that, you know, a player who was shit in his career opening his mouth about something he doesn't even know. Um, Saka had an injury scare. I think I was messaging you guys being like, why is he playing so long? Like he should be taken off at the turn of the half. I know you want to get, and I think CJ, you said maybe he wants to get some, minutes in him for the weekend, but take him off at halftime. Ben White looks off it. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's been sitting in Dubai under the sun too much, but he looks off it. The only thing that looks good on him right now is the fact that he's got a tan. That's it. He did not play well, in my opinion. Saliba did his thing. Kepa had some scary moments. But I mean, first start of the season, maybe some jitters. But yeah, no, it was good. Took care of business, and then with the draw, we got Brighton next at home. But CJ, what were your thoughts? Did you get a chance to watch the game or rewatch
Oh
the?
yeah, yeah. I watched the whole game. Yeah. Um, I don't have too much thoughts. I mean, this is one of those ones you just talk about, brush over for a few minutes and move on. Not being ignorant to the game or the competition, but it's a cup competition. It's a cup game. It's the first round, and it was a straightforward win. You can tell the players were kind of playing, funny enough, with the handbrake on, so to speak. Obviously, they know there's a big game at stake this Sunday, so yeah, the job done. Really important that more so for me, more than analyzing the performance, I just want to analyze the importance of certain players and key minutes for certain players. So Norgard got his first start in meaningful competition. Kepa the same. Uh, yeah, looked decent. Did their thing. 90 minutes out of their belts. Mascara got a full game. I know you said beforehand you were questioning why Saliba and Saka were playing. I was fine with it. Saliba in the sense that he needed some match fitness, because training is completely different, by the way, than match fitness. Let's be honest, right? Like it's one thing to be fit in training, but match fitness is a whole different ballgame. And Saliba having just returned from injury, some say he looked shaky against City on the weekend, so he needed some maybe extra minutes tonight. So I was fine with that, especially since Hincapie couldn't make the squad. So I was fine with the back line that started, including Saliba. Saka, I was fine with him starting as well because let's be honest, Arsenal has a one in, one out policy. As soon as Saka comes back, Madueke gets injured. So, um, it'd be like that at Arsenal Football Club. So, with Saka back now and us having to rely on him again, he needed to get some match fitness and some extra minutes again in yesterday's game ahead of Newcastle because I'm sure he'll start on the weekend. So he needed to play. I was fine with that. Maybe he could have come off a little bit earlier, but I was fine with the fact that he started. Um, the midfield setup was interesting because we played with something that we've been calling for a while, right? One holding mid and two more attacking eights when we're playing a team that's gonna play in a sort of low block shape, right? And it was interesting to see Eze and that left eight position, which is something we say, that's where he thrived at Crystal Palace. That's where a lot of us want to see him in the Premier League going forward. And he did all right there. Scored his goal, got on the ball a few times. So it'd be interesting to see what that looks like going forward. Ethan Nwaneri had a pretty decent game, got on the ball a lot, had a couple of shots at goal. And yeah, I think Martinelli just, he didn't, flatter to deceive really. He was okay. Lewis Skelly at left back did his thing. It's good to see him get some minutes as well. Forgot to mention that, and Mikel Merino up top. So I mean, there's going to be loads of changes again this weekend, and we will get into it. But yeah, it seemed like a pretty straightforward game nonetheless. And Trossard coming off the bench, scoring a pretty decent goal. It was cruise control for most of it. So job done, no injuries. I'm not analyzing the performance too much. There were a lot of people saying it's despite the way we lined up with more two attacking midfielders. Um, if it seemed like a typical Arteta ball kind of game in terms of slow, boring, lethargic football. I'm sure you've heard that post game analysis as well. So it is consistent with how we play and how we've been playing under Arteta, which is a little bit U-shaped football, a little bit slow, not enough, penetration. But I'm not going to judge it off this game alone. Hopefully, we fix up for Newcastle in the games going forward. I will excuse yesterday's game being a game that we just wanted to get the 3 points in and nothing else. But we are probably going to have to, step it up a notch or two, right? With that type of lineup and with that type of midfield setup, if we're playing with two attacking midfielders, we do want to see a little bit more directness, right? A little bit more speed, a little bit more tempo. So let's see how that looks going forward. But
what's your thoughts on our matchup against Brighton at home next?
Tough one. We got a tough draw. Unsurprisingly, we got a tough one next round, but it's at the Emirates, and I don't know about you guys. We say Arteta needs to go for the big ones, right? The big trophies, but I wouldn't turn my nose up at this competition either. He's got to do as much as he can to try and save his job this year, and he's under pressure. So if he can win any trophy, that's a step in the right direction, right? And this is the first one that we can win this season because the final takes place in early spring, February or March, if I'm not mistaken. And so, yeah, I'm not. Once upon a time, I would give him the excuse of, oh, we have priorities or we have bigger fish to fry. We need to focus on the Premier League, so therefore, you kind of put these sort of competitions to the side. But because of the squad that we've invested in, and again, because of the pressure that he's under to just do something, he's got to take this competition serious, and he's got to take every competition serious. So I think Brighton at home, we shouldn't just turn our nose up at that. We should still put out a decent enough lineup, and I think we can rotate and still put out a decent lineup. To be honest with you, such as the quality of our squad now. They were saying yesterday the team that started the game. I know the commentators were saying it are definitely the back line. We can rotate a whole back line, and the back line is just as good sometimes as the first team back four. Like the backup back line can start in most Premier League games as well. So that such is the depth in our squad that we can rotate a bit in that Brighton game and still take it serious, and we should still have enough to get through that. To be honest with you.
And it's a good draw for us because like if we take care of business, Grimsby Town face Brentford, Swansea City, then Newcastle Spurs. So one of those teams is going to get eliminated. Wrexham Cardiff, Liverpool Palace, again another Premier League team is going to get eliminated. Wolves Chelsea, another Premier League team is going to get eliminated, and then Wycombe and Fulham. So you're looking at potentially in the fifth round, because it's the fourth round draw. In the fifth round, if everything goes as planned, you're looking at Fulham, Chelsea, Liverpool, Wrexham, Newcastle, Man City, Brentford, Arsenal. Right, so there's still good competition left, but yeah, I totally agree with you. We have to go for whatever we can get, and I would love to see us go the distance. Um, Other news, just quickly before we preview the game on the weekend. Saliba,
Big
huge,
news.
huge 5-year extension, putting to rest all the Real Madrid rumors. And this might kickstart some of the other players like Rice, Saka, Havertz. There's a few other players. I think one year he just signed, Lewis Skelly signed, Gabriel had signed, Odegaard. Did Odegaard sign last summer? Or I think he's up. But
I don't.
either way, huge, huge signing, huge extension. We got to give it up to Andrea Berta. Um, and yeah, Odegaard's contract expires summer 2028, so they're probably going to start that conversation.
Next year, yeah.
Saliba done with, but huge. This is like the best news that we could have got. Now we know we got the two anchors for another 5 years till 2030. I want to say 2030 or 2031. Um, yeah, just huge relief. Huge relief.
I think it's Oh, sorry.
No,
Continue.
no, right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say this should definitely not be overstated. The size of this news, right? To wake up to this today, when none of us were expecting it. Um, I had to wear the Saliba kit today just because he's on the back of this jersey. He's my favorite player at the club. I think I've mentioned that a couple times now, mostly due to the center backs union. But he's my favorite player. Definitely, just Rolls Royce. Like him and Gabriel are the cornerstone for success. I've said it many times. And if Arsenal's going to be successful in any way, shape, or form, them two are the cornerstone for Arsenal's success. And we got to keep them fit. Um, Saliba, there's always a conversation who's the better of the two, right? Gabriel's managed to bridge that gap a little bit in the last couple of years between Saliba and himself because of his performance. Gabriel has shown a lot more consistency, leadership. They have two different playing styles. But I would say Saliba still just edges it slightly. I think it's more so because he's more easy on the eye, right? He's that graceful defender.
Yeah.
Some say he defends with his aura alone. You know what I mean? Like the guy is just, he never looks flustered, kind of like a mini Van Dyke, right? A junior Van Dyke in that sense. Like the guy, forwards can be running at him one-on-one, and the guy just never looks phased. He never looks like, he just knows that you're not going to get by him. And I think it's that modern day center back of being silky on the ball, playing out of the back for his height, right? He's 6'4", right? Center backs typically in the past, if you're that size, that stature, you're not usually that graceful on the ball, right? Or that good on the ball, but he just makes it look so easy. So I think that's probably also what edges him. He looks like a more graceful center back than a Gabriel, who's the more of the old school center back type, right? Aggressive, rugged, gets stuck in, tackles. Saliba can just do everything, man. He gets into most teams, if not all teams in the world, in my opinion. Yeah, man, we're just lucky to have him. Truly, we are lucky to have him. And I say that because he wasn't an Arteta signing. So if there's one thing the old regime did do well, it was to get that guy in, because he has turned out to be one of the best, if not the best center back. And I have a question for you guys, an open-ended question is, how many genuine world-class players do you think Arsenal have? Because that term is thrown around pretty loosely, not just at Arsenal, but at all clubs, right? World-class this, world-class that. For me, William Saliba is a definite world-class player in this team. And there's certain pillars in this team where, again, I say cornerstone for success. I think at the back, Gabriel and Saliba. I think Saka, obviously, for our forward line, and even Declan Rice to a certain extent, I think in midfield is part of those core pillars for success for us. But definitely for me, Saliba is a world class player. I think there's absolutely no doubt about it. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that statement, and who else you guys think is world class at Arsenal, in your opinions.
Laurent, you want to take it first?
Yeah, no, I'd agree with the statement. Um, and if you're seeing who else at Arsenal is considered world class, um, feel like, I mean, you can argue the same thing for Gabby, right? Yeah, yeah, I think you can have the same argument for that.
Hmm.
Um, now here's the thing. If we're going to the attack, I mean, I guess the symbol, right, of your attack would be Saka. Um, world class.
Can I say something that's probably going to spark even a longer conversation?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think we have anyone that's world class yet.
Do you include Saliba in that?
Yep. Because to me, world class is top three in the world.
Hmm.
Top three.
I didn't think a lot of the players that we have are top five, maybe top 10. But when you have a conversation about world class, you want finishers. And unfortunately, all these players have not gotten over the line. And this is me saying it as playing devil's advocate, not as an Arsenal fan. This is me playing devil's advocate. If we want to put these players in those conversations, right? Look at if we compare Saka to Salah, Salah's won everything. Saliba to Van Dijk, Van Dijk's won everything, right? Gyökeres, like Portuguese league, okay? But Lewandowski, you know, Mbappe or Holland. Like I wouldn't even consider Mbappe a true striker. He's more of a left winger in my eyes. Um, Declan Rice, right? Like we have all these players that are just there, and for them to enter the next phase, to go from great, amazing players to being world class, they have to finish. They have to get over the line. Remember that 2007 to 2010 team with like Ozil, Sanchez, Giroud, like that team with Koscielny. Like we were really good. We were really, really good, but we didn't win shit. And a lot of people disrespect Ozil and Sanchez because they never won anything here,
Wait,
right?
so you're saying that Ozil was not a world-class player?
No, no, no. He was because he still won at Madrid. But I'm saying his days at
Uh,
Arsenal, people don't remember.
mm,
Hmm.
Again, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Devil's advocate. Like if you ask me as an Arsenal fan, yeah, in my opinion, I think Saka's world class, Saliba's world class. I would even argue that Gabriel in his position as the left-sided center back is. I can't even name anyone that would be better at current moment.
Well,
But
that's why I'm curious, and I'm gonna pick your brain further on this because is it top three in the world, or is it you have to win trophies? Because I think it sounds like you're saying you have to win trophies to be world class, but surely Saliba is top three in the
I think
world.
in I think if you wanna be world class, I think the differentiator for all football fans is what have you won? Because if you're world class, you have to take that next step. Like Alexander Isak is the
that-
best striker in the Prem, quote unquote, but he hasn't won shit aside from a Carabao Cup.
So he's not world class in your opinion.
In my eyes, no, he's not world class.
Man, you know why that's such a point for contention? Because, and I see what you're saying.
Don't get me wrong.
Now,
I don't agree with this, huh? But I
what do you
know
mean?
when the like I don't necessarily agree that this should be like the benchmark, but this is the benchmark. This is why people hate on Arsenal when we say, oh, like we have world-class players. It's like, yeah, but you haven't won anything. A lot of the other teams, when you say, oh, yeah, we have world-class players, they can be like, yeah, we've won this, we've won this, we've won this. Once we get over the line, I think they'll be recognized for the greatness that they've been able to have over the last 3 years, finishing second. Yes, they haven't gone over the line, but if they are able to get over the line, this team will be remembered, and this team will go down in history as one of the greatest Arsenal teams aside from the Invincibles.
Wait, and that's just what, like winning the Premier League or the Champions League?
I think if they won one of those two big ones, I think yeah, the discussion would start. But I think if they were to do a double, like a Carabao Cup on one of the big ones, I think the discussion would have heavier weight.
Wow, your criteria is harsh. Is this your criteria, or you're saying like this is what you think is out there in the mainstream
This is what's
circle?
out there in the mainstream.
Okay, so then what's your criteria though? What's your definition of world class then?
Me
Because
pers
men, it could be subjective, mind you. So,
Me personally, I think all these players are top five. I wouldn't consider them top three. Like for me personally, when I think of world class, is someone that's going to come in and change the game completely. Like they're going to come in at instant impact. Like like Saka's had that, but I don't know whether it's the constant hamstring injuries, whether it's a system issue. He hasn't had the same impact. He still does because the defensive players do fear that. Um, but you don't see that same impact, and I don't know what it is, and I'm chalking it down to injury. Um, but I can name two to three players. Definitely Salah on the right wing. Um, I would I don't think you guys are gonna agree with this, but say Rodrigo.
Wait, current Rodrigo?
No, I'm just saying like well, current Rodrigo, yeah, you can't take current Rodrigo's better than Saka right now. Saka's not on form.
hmm, interesting.
I don't know about that, bro. Current Rodrigo.
Okay, if you don't want to take Rodrigo, Lamine Yamal.
Yeah, that to me makes. If we're looking current form,
Um,
makes more sense.
there could even be a discussion for Michael Olise.
Ah,
Hmm.
yeah, no, I,
Like
I hear
everyone
you.
was comparing him to Phil Foden. Like when those arguments, if you have those arguments with anyone in general, like footballing environment, they're gonna be like, well, Foden's won everything. Saka hasn't. And that's always going to be the thing that's going to hold Saka or these players going from here to here. Do I think that they're world class? I think, yeah, they're on the brink. But for them to stamp their mark is win something. So that all these arguments, all these like things that they want to bash you, they stop.
Man, that's so crazy because with that reasoning or motor reasoning, it's like, yo, Saliba should have just went to Real Madrid because over there you're guaranteed to win. You see what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Like it's you're, and I feel like that's why those players often jump, right? Jump ships, depending on where they're at with their clubs, right? Because they realize, man, if I stay here, you're right. That talk that you're having, it's their legacy, right? That I'm not going to be talked about in that light if I don't win.
And it's not
So,
limited to football. It's not
mhm,
just limited to like this sport.
yeah,
It's
no, I hear you.
because when you want to differentiate the
Hmm.
greatest to good, it's what have you won to be the greatest, right?
That's why MJ is number one, right? When we talk about LeBron and MJ, right?
And like, to your point,
Okay.
just to kind of give you a like Saliba, probably one of the biggest reasons that he re-signed with us is if you look at what Madrid did this off season, they got Dean Huijsen, right? They still have Eder Militao, they still have Rudiger. Yes, Rudiger is aging. Oh my God, what's that? What's their young guy? He's like Sergio Ramos.
Is it Asensio?
Yeah, Asensio. So they have players, and then they're making a huge push for Ibu Konate, who hasn't re-signed a contract at Liverpool. So yes, on one part, probably if he went to Madrid, he would have at least won a league, and he would have won something. He would have won probably a Copa del Rey or something. But maybe he's also looking at it like what Arteta's built. They're going to be competing for a prem for the next 3, 4, 5 years with the team because the core of the team is locked down. So maybe that's also what he was thinking. Um, but yeah, like I think that for the footballing world, this team needs to get over the line so that they can start having that discussion to say you are world class.
Hmm.
Um,
Do you agree with that, Laurent, as well? Is that your like what's your assessment of world class?
Um, Honestly, I do think there is a winning element to it for sure. 100%. I think he is correct. And it's just, man, it's the nature, I think, of life. You remember the winners in history, right? And you've heard that saying, right? That history is right belongs to the victors, or however it's phrased, right? But it's truly those that go out there and win. Those are the people that are remembered, right? And yeah, that which so I do agree with that definition and that benchmark. Now that it comes full circle. Um, yeah, damn. So I mean, I guess Chelsea is a world class team if we look at it that way. Sorry, I just had to throw that in. But
anyways, always fucking doing all this bullshit. Big game this weekend, heading to St. James's Park. Um, Huge game, in fact. After the disappointing game last week against City. Um, CJ, I'm gonna ask this to you because I know what my answer is gonna be. And I hope our answers are the same, which I think our answers are the same. What lineup do you think, and don't look at the show notes, what lineup do you think we will see? And what lineup would you want to see? So let's start with the one that you think we will see.
Oh man, this is tough. Okay, what I think we will see is I think we'll see Raya in goal. Okay, Saliba and Gabriel, Timber at right back. I think Calafiori will start at left back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the midfield last. Okay, so I think our front three will be. Actually, no, I can't skip the midfield. Okay, so I think the midfield three will be Zubimendi, Rice, and Odegaard because I think Odegaard will be fit.
Okay.
So I think that'll be the midfield three restored. The front three. I think the front three will be Eze, Gyökeres, Bukayo Saka.
Oh wow. Okay, so we have completely different for what we
Mm.
expected to see.
And again, this is contingent upon Odegaard being fit, right? Because he's just the captain. Arteta loves him. That's his guy, right? Whenever he's fit, he'll be in the team. If Odegaard is not fit, then I think he will start with Marino in
Yeah,
that midfield
that's
three.
that's what I have. I have Marino, like I have everything else the same, but I have Rice, Marino, Zubimendi as a Gyökeres Saka as what we will see. And
Hmm.
for me, I think it's not contingent on whether Odegaard's fit or not. I think he's going to start with that, and then maybe in the second half he's going to bring Odegaard on. But then would you want to see? Like, we can agree that the back four, or back five is the same. Let's not touch the
Hmm.
back five unless you want Lewis Skelly over Calafiori.
No, I think Calafiori deserves to keep his place.
Okay, so from midfield forward, what would you want to see?
I think I would want to see. I think I would want to see the team that I think that he's gonna play. So I think I would want to see Zubi, Rice, and Odegaard
Okay,
with the front three of um, Eze, Gyökeres, and Saka. I think that's what I would be starting.
okay.
Yourself?
Yeah, I want to see us. I don't want to see Marino.
No.
I want to see us go there with a little bit of flair, a little bit of swagger. Don't play into their game because that's what Barcelona didn't do, and they came out with the results. You got to weather the storm for the first 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, and Liverpool did that. They weathered the storm and they won, right? Barcelona weathered the storm and they won.
do you guys think you guys have the same level of technical ability as Barca to be able to maneuver?
I think we can do, yeah.
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 Yeah. If you play Marino, Rice, Zubimendi, no, because there isn't a lot of movement in the midfield. But if you play Odegaard or you play Eze there, or even if play the lineup that CJ said with Odegaard and Eze, yeah, 100%. And you need
Right.
to put pressure on their center backs. Right? Gyökeres needs to get the service, and we need to put the pressure on them. So, um, we can't afford anything but a win,
I
unfortunately.
agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yep. I think we've all now agreed that this has become a must-win game. Whereas usually once upon a time, a draw at St. James's Park is not bad, but the position that we put ourselves in with that disappointing result against Man City, and even the loss to Liverpool, with us being 5 now behind them, this has become a must-win game, and it's difficult to say that away when you go to St. James's Park, but that's where we're at in this race. For me, it's just that, as we said, we're not gonna you don't beat Newcastle going punch for punch with them like it's the WWE, right? You're not gonna match them physically. You're not gonna try and out muscle them, out wrestle them, out fight them. Literally, you got to play football against them. And Arteta did it a couple years ago. Mehrdad, I don't know if you remember this game when he put Jorginho in midfield.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
do you remember that? There was one game where
We
he
got
started
both of them
Jorginho.
days. By Guimaraes, VAR said there was no ill intent. I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and funny enough, I think it was the season before that. It was the season before that we won 2-0 and when Xhaka was still here. He started in midfield at St. James's Park with Jorginho, Xhaka, and Odegaard, and we won 2-0. Odegaard scored one from long range outside the box. And his response after the game was, yeah, that Jorginho can play in these kind of games because he's experienced, so he can calm down the crowd. He's not the most physically imposing, but he'll play football, right? He'll settle the game down. He'll keep possession, knock the ball around, right? Take the sting out of the game. Um, so he did that a couple of years ago, and if he was smart, he would revert to type in this one, and that's why I think you don't need to start, all your muscle men and your Norgards and your Declan Rices and your Marinos. Like start, your guys who can play. Zubimendi in midfield, Eze and Odegaard on the pitch. Now we have a bunch of technicians who can keep the ball,
Yeah.
right? Who can calm down the crowd, quiet the game, keep it composed, right? Because who ran the game in that game of Barca versus Newcastle?
Barca.
It was yeah, and one person in particular. I mean, obviously everyone played their role,
Pedri.
but a certain who?
Pedri.
Correct. A certain Pedri ran the show, right? He's not the most physically imposing. He's not the size of Joe Linton. But what did he do? He bopped them all over the pitch, right? He just played football, played through them, played in and around them. They couldn't get near him, right? So that's the kind of game we have to play. And we have to play quick tempo. If we play this game where we hang on to it too long and we're you know, we're making it a slow, lethargic game, and yeah, every touch, every extra touch that we take, they're gonna kick us. They're gonna get stuck in, right? We got to move the ball, but move it quickly, right? And we just got to play in and around them. Um, so that's why I would line up the way I did. Mehrdad, you didn't give me your, unless it was the same as mine. You didn't give me your lineup that you would
Oh,
pick.
well,
The same
yeah,
as mine.
yeah, same exact as yours.
Oh, okay, okay.
Exact as yours. And for me, the only difference would be if Odegaard's not fit, I would want to see Eze in the midfield and Martinelli left wing. That's the only difference. If Odegaard's not fit.
As in the 10 and Martinelli left wing. I agree. Yeah, I would do the same thing.
Right? Like if Odegaard's not fit, but if he's fit, I agree with your lineup 100%. Eze has to start.
Where do you guys think their threats come from? Like, what how could they harm us? What do we have to be careful of?
Their midfield, Guimaraes.
Mm.
Anthony Elanga has been on fire, and it worries me with Calafiori because he doesn't do well with pacey wingers.
Mm.
Um, and Harvey Barnes has been playing well. And I think Anthony Gordon is back this game, no?
Yeah, after that suspension.
I think he's back this week. No, one more match. Never mind.
Oh, so he's not playing in this one.
No.
Confirmed?
Leeds. Gordon.
Where are they gonna play him? Up top, no?
Oh,
Number 9?
never mind. Wait. No,
He
he
could
is
be
back.
back,
No, he is back with
He
us.
could be back.
He is back. Newcastle United giving him return green light ahead of Arsenal. Yep.
And where they're gonna play him in the number 9 position?
Yep.
So they won't
Mm.
start their new guy.
Ultimata, no. So it's going to be Barnes, Gordon, and Alanga, which that even worries me more because they're very pacey.
Mm.
They
I
don't
mean,
have
the only thing,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, no, I was gonna say the only thing is Gordon's finishing,
Yeah.
or right, like that striker instinct. I feel is what's lacking. So I think that's a plus for you guys, if anything.
And let's be honest, if you guys look at their last few results, I'm not sure if you guys have actually been paying attention to that, but aside from the midweek in the League Cup, because they slapped up that Barnsley team. I think they scored 4 past them, but that's the League Cup. That's lower league opposition. But if you look at their last few games in the Prem, they haven't been scoring much. A couple of stalemates, a couple of nil-nils. So clearly they're still struggling without the Isak factor, right? And
Yeah.
now you're turning up against an Arsenal side who is supposed to be the best defense in the league. I say this now, and commentators curse and all that. If they score on the weekend, I'll be cheesed. But I mean, the two should line up, right? You have the best defense in the league, a team like us who've barely been conceding goals, conceding chances against a team who's struggling to score in the Premier League. So, it doesn't work like that, but you would think that we should be relatively comfortable. To your point, Laurent, they don't have a natural number 9, right, in that position. If they don't start the Ultimator guy or whatever, and you start with a Gordon and you revert back to him as your number 9, yeah, you don't have a natural finisher in that position. Yeah, you have a bunch of guys with pace, but where's the end product coming from?
They could play
But
Morgan Rogers too, as like
who?
Morgan Rogers as one of the wingers. He's not a natural.
Morgan Rogers is Villa. Yeah, Morgan Rogers is Villa.
Sorry, Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey. Sorry.
You think they'll start him? I don't think so.
Never know. Like they need to get goals. Like they've only scored 3 goals
Yeah.
all season. To your point. So
Funny enough, if they started the Voltamade dude, he could cause more problems just because of his physicality and his height. Could trouble our center backs a little bit more.
it's gonna be interesting.
All in all, it's a must-win, boys. That's it. That's all I know.
Um, just quickly, Carabao Cup games that we chatted about. Wolves, I have zero idea how they did this. We all got the prediction wrong. They beat Everton, getting their first win of the season, although it's not in the Prem, it's in a cup tie. They won 2-0. It's a poor result for David Moyes. I don't imagine him being happy with this, but I do think they're going to come out strong against West Ham in the Prem this I think they play on Monday. Chelsea, Laurent, any comment on it? 2-0, 2-1 against Lincoln City.
Man, bro, same mistakes. It's the same. It's casual. Yeah, that was very casual, man. Who is that? I think it was Enzo. Um, yeah, it's too casual, man. And these are the type of passes, right? Pretty sure you're taught not to make those kind of passes in the back.
I mean, for a world-class player,
Yeah. And I mean, some people are trying to blame Chalobah for that, actually, saying he probably should have been more alert to the pass, right? But yeah, other than that, funny enough, the guy that came through for us was the guy who I'm not too fond of in the number 9 position, Tyreek George. I don't know if you guys seen the goal though.
I
No.
did
It was
watch it back. That was
yeah, it was a good strike, man. That ball was on flight. Yeah.
So are you gonna start rating that guy? Because yeah, you do not like him. I feel like.
No, well, for one, he's being played out of position, and you can tell he's uncomfortable, right? Like in the number 9 position, he's very uncomfortable. Um,
What's his more
and
natural
just
position?
he's a winger
Yeah.
on the left hand side, right? So and you can just tell, right? Like receiving the ball, right, back to goal, things like that, right? You can tell that it's just not natural for him, right? So that's why it's frustrating. But
So why does the manager opt to play him there?
he just sees that he's the best option, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, like there's pretty much no one else. Jackson is not there anymore. Gu, I think, is dealing with an injury or something of that nature, right? So yeah, he just figured he's the best option for that position at the moment. But yeah, I think overall we need better performances than the one we had. I was expecting, a lot more clinical finishes for the chances we created, and I did not expect them to have as many chances as they did. That was also pretty upsetting, but we're through, so that's all that counts at this point.
Fulham beat Cambridge United 1-0. Really uneventful. Brighton, they beat down on Barnsley. Diogo Gómez scored 4. 4 out of those 6 goals. Burnley, again, they're going back down. They lose to Cardiff. What's there to say for Burnley? Like they're gonna go straight back down. They do not look good. Um, Liverpool. We knew they were going to take care of business, but there's a talking point that we had a discussion off air. Hugo Ekitike, when he came on, he got a yellow card for dissent. Then when he scored the game winner, took his jersey off on a yellow card, showed the fans his jersey, pointed to his name, and was sent off because you cannot do that. It's a rule. You cannot take your jersey off. Um, Arne Slot post match. I'm just going to read his quote for you guys. He said, "The first one for dissent was already needless and to a certain extent stupid, as you've got to
Mm.
control your emotions. With the second one, I told him if you score in the Champions League final in the 87th minute after outplaying three players and hitting it in the top corner, I can maybe understand. He is like, this is all about me." But I'm old fashioned. If I score a goal like this, I'd walk up to Federico Chiesa and said, "This goal is all about you. This is not about me. Needless, not smart. You call it stupid. I called it stupid right away as well." That's his
Arnie,
quote.
Arnie Slot said this.
Yes, this is verbatim. I'm reading it off. Ekitike on social media said, um, "It's always best to control your emotions. If you can, to do it in a way that doesn't lead to a yellow card." He wrote on Instagram, "I was so excited for tonight. I was excited tonight to help the team achieve another victory here in our home for my first Carabao Cup match. The emotions got the better of me tonight. My apologies to all the Red family." So was Arne Slot harsh with his words, calling it stupid and essentially implying that he's stupid and not smart?
He's not wrong, but maybe to call him out in public like that was a little bit ruthless. I don't know. Depends on what side of the coin you land on, right? It's a manager just, literally telling it how it is. Sometimes we like that because there's too many politician managers in football, right? They don't say what's truly on their mind, right? Some would say a certain Mr. Arteta's like that, where in his conferences he'll say, "Yeah, I love my players. They did this, they did that," and but behind the scenes, as we've seen in the documentary a few times, he's actually bashing them behind the scenes, right? Whereas Arne Slot's just telling it up front, and I feel there's a few managers with personality in the past who would do something like that. Jose Mourinho, Conte. Um, here's the reality of the situation, Laurent. I told you I was going to answer this on the live recording too. Yes, what Ekitike did was stupid, and I don't justify it. There's no justification for me. The better getting, his emotions getting the better of him, the occasion trying to prove a point that he's the number one, or he should be the number one. Knowing that Isaac is waiting in the wings. No, that's not a good enough justification for me. There's a element of professionalism you still have to have. You have to have some sort of, like, everyone's competing for their place. Everyone's got to compete for their place. So it's that's where the lack of professionalism comes from. You're competing with your colleague for a place in the starting 11. You go out on the pitch and you do your thing. You celebrate, but you don't do something as stupid as that. That's going to get you a yellow card and get you sent off. And if he didn't know, like, what, there's questions to be asked of him too. Did you not know you were on a yellow card? Did you not care that you were on a yellow card? Like, it's just a lack of, I think, professionalism all around. And again, as Arne Slot said, I was literally going to say the same thing, and that's why, Mehrdad, I had to ask you if that's what he said verbatim, because that was my thoughts exactly. It's like, if you World Cup final or Champions League final, you've just beat 3-4 mans and you do a top bins curler from outside the 18, that might be worthy of a second yellow card. You know what I mean? But a shameless, sweaty tap in, like the ones that we used to hate on FIFA, against, what are they, championship side, championship team, and you go and take off your kit and you hold it up to the fans like that in the Carabao Cup. I mean, dude, that's fucking shameless, bro. Like, come on. So for me, now I'm not even having it. I can't even justify it for him. Like, that's piss poor in my opinion.
Same.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm on the other side of the aisle because I listen. It's like I said, I understand it. There's no shame in it. He's a young player, right? Like, let's understand that, right? Like, I think he's 23, 20, or something like that. And again, right? It's almost like you guys are disregarding the fact that up until Isaac came to the club, he is the number one option in that attacking position, right? There's this thing called the striker's ego, right? Like you want to score. You come in there, you want to score. And I think Isak did score that game as well prior to
Hmm.
him coming on, right? Yeah, so he did score that game. And again, man, like I feel like unless you've played that position and it's like you wouldn't be able to perceive even the emotions, the thought process that goes into a player, right? Like the guy that's favored, right, by the managers, even probably by the fans, has scored. Now you have your opportunity to score. He must have come on earlier in the second half, I believe, and you don't see the back of the net until the 85th minute. Now, in soccer world, right, or in strikers world, that's a long time. You see what I'm saying? Like you get like the chances that these players get are very, very limited to even create something, right? So yeah, like you score and now it's like shit, well, I gotta let y'all know that I'm the guy you can count on, right? And to answer your or to push back on your previous point where you said, well, did he know or did he forget? I'd be inclined to say that due to the emotion of the situation, I don't think it crossed his mind that he had the yellow. And I'm pretty sure you guys can understand, right? Like you're just so on an emotional high that you don't think that's a thing. Like just even
Uh, I
from
don't think it's
a
an excuse. I
oh
don't think it's an excuse. Like in any context, whether you're a striker, center back, whatever, if you're already on a yellow card and you take
mm-hmm.
off your kit and get a second yellow card and get sent off, then yeah, that's negligence in my opinion. In any line of work, right? You have a job to do, you forget to do one of your 9 duties in your day job, right? Because of negligence or because of oh I fell asleep and you know what I mean? Like these are things that you should know. It's like okay, I know I'm on a yellow card,
Mm-hmm.
therefore I'm not going to take off my jersey, right? Like to get a second yellow card. That's just whatever the context is, whether you're a striker, whatever, no matter what position you play. Don't do something like that.
I think it's a lot easier for anyone to see on the outside. I will say this much. It is a lot easier for anyone to say because we're not in that position, right? We don't go through the emotional highs that these players go through. And again, right? Like just understand the context, right? Like especially if you have that desire to win as a player, right? And to me, I'm looking almost like it's like a Cristiano Ronaldo type. You know what I mean? Like you wanna show them that yo, like I'm the guy, right? And like I said, he's young, right? You can almost excuse it for his lack of experience in that sense when you just highlight his age, right? That you're hoping that right when he matures that he won't show that kind of behavior. But if I'm being completely honest, if I was a Liverpool fan, right, despite the fact that this guy is going to miss the next game, all right, because again, I'm also agreeing with you guys that right there is a certain negative drawback to the team on that front. But apart from that, as if I was a Liverpool fan and I'm seeing a player do that, now I have even more confidence. Cause shit, my gosh, bro, as a Chelsea fan, if I saw Jackson do that after you see him saying like, or any striker in the second string option do that, like it's like, yo, okay, this guy he really wants to score, bro. Like he's showing us that he wants to be there. So the next time he comes back, all right, put some more goals in the back of the net. And you see what I'm saying?
In
Yo,
hindsight, because if he did that, get sent off and cost you guys the game potentially because of his stupidity, then you're not going to be saying this now. You're going to be
No,
cheating.
of course not. But that was not that.
my
Yeah.
popcorn ready. This is
Mm,
shit that I'm talking about. As much as CJ, I agree with you that we gotta have some people straight up and say these things,
mm.
you can say that to a veteran. You can act like you can say what Slot said post match towards a veteran, not a 22-year-old who, to Laurent's point, has the best Premier League striker breathing down his neck who came for 150 mil. Like, this is gonna be a huge point in the season, and I think
You're saying that more in hope than expectation. You're hoping that it derails them.
it's gonna derail them.
I don't think so.
We'll see.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Man, like I'm telling you, man, like even if I'm like the other teams, now I'm actually worried because bro, like you don't see that. Like two options and these guys both want to like they both want to score. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like that drive, bro. Like it's at this point like if I'm the other teams, it's like yo, you're watching your back, bro. You're watching your back because
of course. But if
Hmm.
Ekitike starts, for example, and he gets a stupid yellow card, and Isak it maybe not be in full form, or like, or like that taken Isak off and they put Ekitike on, Ekitike gets a straight yellow, like Slot's gonna be worried. Is he gonna do another boneheaded move? And he's also gonna be worried.
No,
So,
okay, I see what you're saying, but again, I feel like you guys are acting like he killed somebody on the pitch. Mind you, man, like this, you have your team, right? You have your coaches. They're gonna talk to him, right? Behind closed doors, they're gonna talk to him. They're gonna give him the breakdown, right?
of
I
course,
think even Slot, bro. If even if I'm Slot, I can, I sympathize with you, right? Behind closed doors, right? Behind the media, maybe I even say that like to the media because I don't want the team or the like or anyone to think that I'm supporting. You see what I'm saying? Like that kind of behavior, right? But if it's just me and you, it's like, you know what? Like I understand the context. I get you, but try to be a bit more wise next time around, right? And then you give them the pat on the back, and then you keep it moving, right? And you got to trust your players,
okay, let's
right?
keep it moving from this. Like, we're gonna agree to disagree.
Yes or no? Yes or no question. Was it a stupid yellow second yellow card? Yes or no?
Yes.
Laurent, yes or no?
When you look at the long-term impact, yes. No, like let's be honest, right? When you look at the
The
long-term impact,
context matters.
yes. But however, I'm telling you, now I think that player has put everyone on notice in terms of what he wants to do on that pitch, right? So, like it's a bit. You know what I'm
He
saying? Like,
like Mehrdad said, he might have done himself more harm than good because now it's like in Arnie Slot's eyes, now you're definitely on the bench for the next few games. You know what I mean?
and then I'll just come back and then I'll do it 10 more times, like Vinny said, right?
Well,
And
you
this is a
hope,
player.
right? Because this is now Isak's way in. This is actually, you guys are talking about Arnie Slot's man management and what he's got to do and how he's going to manage these guys.
Hmm.
Ekitike has made Arnie Slot's life a little bit easier now. It's like, okay, well, this is Isak's way into the squad, and no one can say anything. Like he's justified in dropping Ekitike now because of Ekitike's stupid actions, and now
Hmm.
Ekitike is gonna have to work twice as hard to get back into the team. And good on him if he can do it. But what I'm saying is from Arnie Slot's perspective, and we're talking about how he's gonna manage and whatnot. Ekitike literally just made the guy's job easier.
The only thing with that is Isak has to come off because he's not fully fit yet. And to go into the weekend playing against a Palace side that's going to be tough,
Mm-hmm.
going against arguably one of the better left side defenders in the league in Mark Yehi, I think the pressure is going to be on
On Isaac?
just in general.
Oh, okay, okay.
Just in general. Uh,
Hmm.
But moving on from this game, again, quickly, Spurs took care of business. Doncaster Rovers 3-0. The holders who Arsenal's facing this weekend, Newcastle took care of Bradford City 4-1. Foden and Savino helped City beat Huddersfield 2-0. So it looks like the Premier, like we said earlier with the round four matchups, the Premier League teams, there was no real upset. I guess the only real upset was the Wolves game because we all had Everton. We all predicted Everton to move on. Um, this weekend, a couple big games. Brentford hosts United. United are going to look to capitalize on that big win against Chelsea. Boneheaded move by Casemiro. I would say, like the comment that Slot made, Amarim should have made that about Casemiro because you are the most decorated player on that roster. You've won everything that could have been won aside from a World Cup, and you have no self-control. Like that is stupid. I would have roasted him. Whereas with Ekatike, if the media asked him, like, yeah, maybe he could have made a better decision. I understand it. We'll have a discussion with him on, you know, remembering what the rule is, right? The rule being that if you take your shirt off, you get a second yellow. Um, Question for you boys. Will Benjamin Tesco score?
Taking in, we're still calling him.
Tesco?
Yeah.
What do you think?
uh,
Is the Tesco man gonna score?
yeah, that's a good question. I'm gonna say no, not yet.
Brentford's at home?
Yeah.
No, probably not, man. The guy couldn't even score against Grimsby Town. Like, it's not looking good for him right now.
Um, City. They look to build on a pretty good point away from home against us. They welcome lonely Burnley. Another question for you guys. Are Manchester City title contenders?
I feel like it's slightly too early to tell.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. That point that they got against us kept them, I think, in it just about.
Yep.
And it is early, as Laurent said. There's definitely many points to spill still.
If they take care of business, they'll be on 10 points. And if we draw, we'll be on 11. So they'll be 1 point behind us.
Yeah. So if we're can be considered in the race, then surely they still are in too.
Crazy thing is, Bournemouth is technically in the race too because they're 5 points behind.
Yeah. Spurs, I think, are as well, right?
Yeah, same thing with Palace. Palace is 6 points behind. And
So maybe Laurent's right. It's too early to tell.
yeah, Centurions are 7 points behind.
Jeez, not looking good over there.
No, they look shaky. Leeds look to spoil. Bournemouth is strong start. Like I said, Bournemouth is in fourth place. Fourth place. And Areola, if United continue to struggle, I could see United going for him. And if I was Areola, I would not leave in a million years. I would not leave to go to United. I wouldn't even be like, nope. Sorry, another question for you guys. Is
Yeah, man.
Bournemouth gonna is Bournemouth gonna finish top six?
No.
Yeah,
Laurent?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no as well.
So you think they'll be right outside? 7th, 8th spot?
Honestly, I can see even like mid-table.
Yes.
Wow. So you think they're gonna draw you? They're gonna fall away?
Yeah, bro. Listen, the one team last year, right? Who I predicted to have a strong finish, and at that point they looked very likely to have that finish relative to Bournemouth here.
Who's that team? Please enlighten us.
Yeah. The Chris Wood's team,
Hey,
Yeah, and
DD.
and I can tell you right now, if DDA was on that team, then definitely 100%, 100%. Hey, it's
Yeah.
it,
Oh man. Arguably, I would say this is probably the biggest or the second biggest game after Arsenal Newcastle. Palace hosts Liverpool, the battle of the undefeated teams, or yeah, the undefeated teams. Um, I have a weird feeling about this game. I think Mark Gahey has a point to prove.
Again, more hope than expectation is where you're coming from on this one.
Like you always say, I'm gonna leave it for the prediction section to give you my prediction. But can we say that Mateta is set for a big move next offseason?
How old is he?
Jean-Philippe Mateta. Let's see.
Yo, Mehrdad, tell me something. One of my guys says that Laurent looks like Jean-Philippe Mateta. You see it?
that's funny.
Yes, I do see it.
I didn't see it until it was said.
Damn, that's fucking jokes. He is 28 years old.
No shit. Older than I thought.
Yeah.
Turning
That's
29. Turning 29 when?
Next June.
Okay.
He was a 97. Congolese.
He is?
Yep, he's got a Congolese father. Yes, sir.
A lie. No way. Laurent, maybe there's merit to the comment.
And a French.
Honestly, bro,
Fucking hilarious, bro.
Hey, he
Wait,
played for
is
Congo.
that huh?
He played for Congo. His father, former professional footballer who played in Congo.
Uh, wait,
Is that what, Laurent? What were you gonna say?
which Congo?
The Congo?
No, because there's two Congos.
The Republic of Congo, right?
What was
Yeah,
it?
there's the
The Dem-
Democratic, and
yeah.
then there's DRC. Oh, okay,
Yes.
true, true. Yeah, no, but I was gonna say, is your friend like, is he black?
Ethan?
Oh, wait, is he the guy from?
Yeah, it was Ethan. Yeah, shout out Ethan real quick.
Oh,
Yeah, him. Remember, you don't remember him calling you
I,
Jean Philippe?
no, I
He
don't
always
remember
asks
that.
me, yo, what's Jean Philippe saying?
Yeah, I don't remember that. And honestly, the reason why I asked is because, where when like if you're like a different race,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's like, oh, you guys all look alike, right?
yeah, yeah,
Meanwhile,
yeah.
it's like, nah, no, we don't, kind of thing. But honestly, this one I do not see. If I'm being completely honest, um,
Yeah, because when you're the one in, like, you're
no,
the
no,
one
no.
in it,
Trust me,
but you never
there's
see.
some where it's like, okay, I can see it. I can
Who do
see
you
it.
think's your doppelganger?
Oh,
Who do you think's your doppelganger?
yeah, I've gotten what's that? Yo, there's that guy that used to
And
play
just
at Chelsea and then he played at PSG, and Naby was always Solomon Kalou. I've I've gotten Solomon Kalou. Um,
if
yeah.
if I was
What? Bro,
oh,
I've gotten Buemo like recently because of the beard.
What?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like at this
I
point, it makes no sense because I'm getting different people, and you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
Bro, do
like,
you remember when, I think in high school, do you remember when Mans used to call you Westbrook?
yeah, I've gotten that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I've actually gotten that from like a complete stranger as well.
Oh,
Like,
for real, huh? That
yeah,
must have
yeah.
been like pre-beard though, because I can definitely see it pre-beard. You were like the
Mm,
dark-skinned version of Westbrook.
right, right. Yeah, but yeah, man.
Jean
Yeah.
Philippe, that's hilarious. I did not know he was from Congo, bro. That's fucking jokes.
um the Chelsea Blues.
Up the Chels. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's
They
go.
they welcomed their academy team to Stamford Bridge, Brighton Hove Albion, as Chelsea look to keep their Centurion hopes alive. Laurent, give us a breakdown of your you're facing your academy team. What do you expect?
Honestly, man, I'm expecting a better performance in the last three games.
I mean, you are facing your academy
Especially,
team, so I mean,
yeah, no, but from the back, the build-up play. Yeah, funny. But yeah, no, from the build-up play from the back has to be a lot better. We're creating our own problems, essentially, is what Chelsea has been doing in the last three games. And
you guys
that,
just go sign Van Hecke. He's been playing at the academy. Now he can take a step up.
wow. Well, I feel like why do you enjoy it? This whole podcast has been cordial up to this point. All right, up to
I've
this
been
point.
saving it. I've been saving it for this moment.
Ah, okay, true. All right, well, listen, man. How about you save your banter from when you guys are actually world class, right? When you guys win it all.
Hey,
But
he's
no,
been
in terms,
holding that. He's been holding that all pod.
yeah, yeah. Actually, no. You just gave me the ammo just now, bro. Like I was willing to, let bygones be bygones, and we have ourselves a nice podcast for once,
Gotta
right?
say bygones be bygones 74 more times for it to be actually bygones.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. I got you there with your 74 charges. Yeah, it's cute, bro. It's cute. These little jokes you have.
It's
Yeah, I
not
feel
little
like,
jokes, it's factual jokes.
oh yeah, factual jokes. Yeah. Tell ChatGPT I say hi, by the way. But
What?
other than that, no, because I know that's where you got your nice little teleprompter cueing you with your jokes, your
I'm
facts, your
literally looking
stats.
at you. If I was looking
Uh,
up at this,
uh,
literally looking at you when I said it.
right.
Hey, give us your breakdown of the Chelsea versus Academy team.
I think I feel like we might see something different is what I'm hoping. I know Cole Palmer is actually he picked up a groin injury, so I don't think he'll be playing. But no, I'm hoping also in terms of the striking option, that's who I'm really curious to see, right? Who is going to play in that position? Um,
Who'd you want to see this game? Like what? Like I know we did it with the Arsenal lineup. Who'd you want to see?
Um, honestly, like I'm a bit torn because on one end, Pedro looks like the best option there. However, when that guy plays the 10, I feel it allows for more creative fluidity for us. The ball, right, moves a lot better. We create more chances. And now, right, if he's there, George is going to be the only other guy that he's going to put, right? I don't think he's going to feel comfortable putting Neto or even Garnacho in that position. Although I feel like we have used Neto in the nine for like a few of his
Last
games.
year.
Yeah,
Last year you guys did a
before.
couple times when you guys wouldn't play Kunku.
Right, right. But no, other than that, if so long as the back line, because again, like have you guys noticed, right? And you guys have said this, our back line, right, is the weakest link at Chelsea Football Club, right? Um, and with the formation or the tactics, sorry, that the manager is employing, building out from the back, it's like you have to trust them, right, to be able to play out and not make these mistakes. Um, so it's just a matter of that trust and them developing, I feel like the skill set and the mindset to be able to play out of those tough situations.
Mhm.
Mind you, I don't know if you guys remember, but when Maresca first came in, and I think we faced City, bro. City scored 4 on us within the span of, I think, a few minutes or something like that. This was a friendly game.
I know what game you're talking. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And again, at that stage, we're still trying to figure out how to play for the back. And the manager, right, in one of his pressers, right, he's like, I'm not going to shy away from that. So, as us Chelsea fans, this is something we have to expect in terms of build-up play, right? We're not going to start suddenly having our players launching balls in because we're trying to keep the possession, right? So yeah, it's just if we can figure that piece out of the puzzle, I think we're good this game, and our offense is going to do the rest.
Oh,
That's crazy. For real. I didn't even take that in. João Pedro, Caicedo, Cucurella, Robert Sanchez. It really is sorry, Chelsea Academy or Chelsea 2.0.
Oh yeah, in terms of yeah,
Holy,
I wasn't kidding. Like,
jeez, that's crazy.
Ange Postecoglou, tough start to his managerial career at Forest. Gave up a two-goal lead at Betis. Anthony, he's on loan again at Betis. He's the one who scored the tying goal. Um, do we think Ange Ball is gonna last at Forest, or do we think that Marinakis made a rash decision?
definitely a rash decision. If we're being completely honest here,
Yeah, rash. Yeah,
it was rash. Um, and shit, if we're calling that, Ekitiki's things, I think that was pretty dumb.
Oh, huge.
Yeah, yeah, on for what the owners did.
Yep.
I know CJ, right? You guys did try to say, well, you can't just badmouth your boss and expect to not have repercussions. If I'm looking for the future of the club, right? Mind you, they were in a good position.
Hmm.
At some point, you do have to have that ability to put pride aside and do what's best long term for your club. And this is not good. This is right. You just created an unstable environment for that team, right? And now they're reaping everything from what that guy has sold for them. So yeah, but we'll see what he can come up with.
Spurs welcome Lonely Wolves. I think this is a banana peel game for Spurs, and I think it's going to either be a draw or they're going to lose. They shouldn't because Wolves haven't won yet, but this is one of those banana peel games for Spurs. A team that we would have never guessed if I would have told you last season that this team is going to start 5 games into the season without any wins, you probably all would have laughed at me. Villa, they welcome Fulham. And to be honest with you, I think they lose again. And will Unai Emery be the first manager sacked? That's a question. Will he be the first manager sacked?
If the result is a loss,
A loss or
next
a
week,
draw? in my opinion, a loss or a draw because you can't go 6 games without a win.
Hmm.
Villa's a big club. You were in the Champions League quarterfinals last season.
Yeah, mind you, that was the same man. That
Yeah,
you know what I
you
mean?
almost beat PSG. Like
What do you guys think is wrong? Apart from the fact that we know that they had some loan signees come in to help him out late last year, and now they're not there anymore, right? So, I mean, same manager, right? I assume the tactics pretty much relatively the same. Is it the personnel issue at this point?
I think it's man management.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he wanted Martinez gone. Then he had to suck it up, and Martinez stayed. FFP issues. Um, I think it's a little bit of man management, and you saw that he wasn't able to man manage in PSG with all the talent that he had, and he was sacked there. Um, I hope he doesn't get sacked because I think if he gets sacked, he is going to do the unthinkable and he's going to take over the United job. Um, but I like if it's a draw or a lot, like if it's a loss 100%, I think he should go. And even if it's a draw, I would say the argument's there.
Mm,
Like you're at home, Villa Park.
right.
Like you gotta put up. I don't know, CJ. What's your thoughts on this?
I think he gets. Yeah, I think it could be a sacking if he loses. Um, if he draws, it's not great. It puts him further in the hot seat. But I think he can survive a draw just about. But I think a loss could be detrimental, to be honest. I'd have to do some like a deeper investigation into what's going on there, what's really going wrong. Because surely we just said this was a Champions League club, um, and I know they had their FFP issues and whatnot, so they didn't have the greatest window in terms of investment for incomings. But yeah, I mean, still good players there, right? Relatively similar squad to last season. So at that point, it seems like you almost got to look at the manager and really kind of see what's going on there. Because why else? There's no reason why it should be this bad. They haven't won in 5, as you said. They're a big club. I think 3 of us, at least 2 of us, including myself, had them in the top 5 in our predictions towards the end of the season. I certainly did. So yeah, I don't know. That one has been the surprise of the season so far.
Yeah. Last game of the weekend, Everton host West Ham. Trying to forget the loss to the Wolves, and I think they're going to come out angry. Will Potter be sacked or will it be Una?
Huh? Like who goes first? Mm,
One of them is going to get sacked soon.
Could be Potter first, I think. I don't think they win. I think Everton will probably win this game. Everton's home?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Everton
Everton
wins.
should take care of business Monday night under the lights.
man, if I'm Potter, I'm probably rethinking my career choices, man. Not gonna lie.
Well, saying he should retire as a manager.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to say, like you gave it a go, but
Well, you don't rate him at all. Yeah, after what he did to Chelsea, it's almost like you're traumatized by what he did. Like he put you guys in such a bad position or some shit.
fuck, bro. Like, are you crazy? Yeah, no one was happy with any of that, bro.
He wasn't there long enough for it to be so detrimental to you guys.
Bro, I swear he had like one of the worst records starts.
How many games did he even get
Win,
at Chelsea?
bro. I don't remember, but all I know is like one of the worst records at the time, or yeah, or starts. And he's proven again here. So it's like, right? Like, are you
Mm,
cut out for this, right?
he did a good job at Brighton. That's why he got the Chelsea job to begin with.
Uh, but hey, man, we're like Mehrdad. I want to see you repeat. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
let's see. How many?
You can't be any worse than Ruben Amorim start. I'll tell you that.
No. Um, Details. I'm just trying to find his manager. So he was at Chelsea. He had 12 wins, 8 draws, 11 losses.
Hmm.
Brighton, he was 43, 43, and 48. Swansea is 21-11-19, and then O- Ostersund, it was 109-56-59. And at West
Wow,
Ham, it's 6-5-14.
11 losses at Chelsea. So he didn't get the full season, right?
No,
No.
11 losses. Shit.
31 games, yeah.
Yeah,
31?
31 games, yeah.
his win percentages aren't necessarily
Mhm.
the highest.
No.
Bro, you guys seeing? Did you guys see Ruben Emirates? I think before last weekend, before the Chelsea game, it was something like pretty much like 1 point per game. Like in 30 something games, like 31 points or some shit like that. Like it was pretty bad, piss poor. His win percentage was awful. Still is awful, but yeah, I don't know how that guy's still in a job, honestly.
Fuck. Um, Predictions. So CJ, we all scored 2 goals. 2 goals, 2 points. We all got the Everton game wrong. CJ's on 13. I'm on 12. Laurent is lagging behind at 8. Starting the first game, Arsenal Newcastle. Laurent, what say you, sir?
Hmm. Oh, you guys are playing. Yeah, I'm gonna say a draw.
All right. Say Arsenal win.
Yeah, I think a draw is a fair result, to be honest. Even though you guys say you have to win, which is understandable. No, CJ, just say a win, bro. Like, what's up with all
No,
this?
he's gonna say draw.
Mm. I'm gonna say Arsenal win.
Wow.
Ah,
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just about.
Um, Chelsea versus the Academy. Laurent,
up the Chels.
I'm gonna say draw.
Ah, I see what you did there. Tit for tat, as they say.
No, not tit for that. I genuinely think it's gonna be a draw.
Right, right.
You guys don't play Brighton well,
All right, fair, fair.
and you're missing your talisman. So you guys have your defense is. I would say Brighton has a better defense than you, easily.
Mm. Who's playing in goal this game for Chelsea? That what's his name? Jorgensen guy?
Yo,
No,
that is. Oh wait, no, hold on. Um, doesn't Sanchez miss?
Yeah. Oh wait. Does the suspension count for midweek?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he misses. He misses. He will miss the games,
yeah,
bro.
it does count midweek. Because
Okay, so then is he back for this one then? Oh no, that was a straight red. I think it was a straight red. I don't know
but he's not. He's not suspended. Why Sanchez is not suspended for the?
because he served his suspension midweek probably.
Then Sanchez. Then I believe Sanchez will be starting.
Yeah, I think so too.
That Jorgensen guy too is looking way too shaky, bro. Like he's
Oh,
looking work. Oh,
he was only given a 1 game match.
yeah. So Sanchez should be starting that game.
Mm.
Right now, bro. That's a top shot stopper. No, I'm being dead serious. Like,
Okay.
listen, man. The stats don't lie.
Top four goalkeeper in the league?
I'd have to review the stats, but I can tell you he's a top shot stopper.
That wasn't the question I asked you. I asked you, is he a top four goalkeeper in the league?
And again, I said I have to review the stats, and then I can come back to you with an answer.
Look at this guy, bro. Apparently you're pulling a CJ.
Yo, CJ, you want to answer?
Oh shit, it's me for Chelsea Brighton. Uh, shit. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say draw, bro. This game is gonna be some bad blood. I think like Brighton's gonna come to play, fam. You're taking half their squad, and yeah, they're gonna come for some blood. I think it's gonna be a draw.
Second big game of the weekend. Palace, Liverpool. Laurent.
Ekatike is out, right?
Katiki is out. Isak as a starter.
Mm.
FPL is going crazy this week.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Selhurst.
Without the Ekatike factor,
Why is that such a big thing? Like, what does that even mean?
what do you mean, bro? Yo, how many goals the guy had? Hold on,
Yes, 3. Yeah, 3. Holland has 6. Semenyo and
This guy
Ekitike.
has 6 already?
Yeah.
God damn.
Semenyo, Ekitike, Anthony, Richarlison,
Yeah,
Gyökeres,
they're all on 3.
Silderall are all on 3.
Yeah, no, so there's definitely a factor there, bro. How many games they play? Like 5?
What's the factor? He's the difference maker?
Bro, if you were to say Semenyo for Bournemouth, that's a factor for sure, right? We're not gonna disagree with that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the guy has 3 goals.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the difference is Bournemouth doesn't have a replacement. You know what I mean? Ekatike out, Isak in, brother. Like, what are we saying?
Again,
Ooh, big
right?
deal. You know what I mean? Big loss.
Bro, Isak is not up to speed to that point as of yet, right? He's just come back from however long of a hiatus he's had, right?
Why is Mehrdad dying?
I don't know.
I'm here for it. I'm fucking
Yeah.
here for it. Just say it. Say what you're gonna say. They're dropping points this weekend. Say it.
He doesn't want to. He's
I
gonna say
know he's
Yeah,
getting.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go Liverpool, bro. I think
You fucking pussy.
fuck yeah, I'm gonna go Liverpool.
You fucking pussy. It's gonna be a draw.
You also have the slap factor, right?
Yay!
Oh, you're saying draw.
Draw.
I'm going Liverpool win.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Yikes. Laurent has a chance at going on 11. If you get all 3 right, Laurent, you get 11 points. You'll be back in the picture.
And then okay, because I think I'm only in line with one other. You and I, Mehrdad, don't have any
No.
the same, and then CJ, I think we have
Yeah.
only one.
Just the Liverpool win.
Yeah, just Liverpool. So CJ would be 14, you'd be 11, I'd be 12. Yikes.
Oof, fuck, man, I got.
Gotta step up your game, bro.
Yo, your bankroll. Yo, you better get the payment ready, huh?
Over the jersey?
Yeah, we want that delivery quick.
Wait, is it loser? No, it's
Loser.
both losers.
No, it's loser. I said in the event of a tie.
Yeah, but you're not tying. If there's one winner, but it's not gonna be no ties, bro. There's gonna be one winner. And mind you, bro, I'm gonna start monitoring this fucking Google Drive, right? With like a hawk's eye.
I'm telling you, bro, Mehrdad be moving shaky with it, so make sure you're paying attention, bro.
So yeah, so it's just the 2 of us or the 2 losers, right?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Right.
We'll go with whatever. Because you're essentially saying that you're a loser. I know, I get it.
All right, yeah, whatever.
How does it feel down there, Mr. Centurion?
Hey man, like
Cold, huh? It's a little cold in the basement.
yeah, it's
I
hella
got
cold.
the blanket on.
It's hella cold in the cellar, but you know how it is, bro. You start from the bottom and then you make your way to the top, bro. As I say.
Yo, listen, Mehrdad, you stay there, huh? This is coming from the guy who's been ducking his debts. Laurent's already paid up his, so
What debt?
Oh no way!
get your ass to gatherings, Resto Bar, my friend.
Bro, when was the last time? When was the last time that you guys went? We're going for the Chelsea game, no?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. So, oh shit! So you still have your debt that is old from the last season, and you're trying to talk to me about
I'm saying.
Man,
you think now that there's a debt, even though you said that there was no debt initially?
Wait, what? Oh, you
Initially, DJ brought up the debt. You're like, "Oh, there's no debt. We didn't agree to anything," and now you're saying that there is a debt.
yo, why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying to do that? Why are you trying to do that, bro? You're trying to spin it in a way like we've already all settled. I paid, meaning I've agreed to the fact that, right? I lost, so I have to pay up. Now just be a gentleman and do the same, bro. Settle your accounts before you're
We
trying to
both,
tell me about this season's jersey. This guy,
we
bro.
both happened to saying that there was no award for last season for half the season.
Yo, at this point, fam, I'm open to e-transfer. It's okay. If you don't want to go show up to gatherings, it's cool.
Oh my gosh. Okay, on that bombshell, let's get this pod out for the viewers. Um, see you guys on the weekend.
Please like and subscribe as always, man. We're here putting in that work for y'all, grinding, bringing out good content, good laughter, good energy, good energy. So, yeah, man, we're here twice a week. Show us some love. Hit the like button and subscribe as always. Provide your feedback in the comment section. And yeah, man, we're here.
And most importantly,
Fuck Arnie Slot.
yeah, let's go.